Okay, how's everybody doing? Sorry for the bouncing on the camera. It's kind of on this wire thing, so it kind of wiggles a little bit until it decides to stop. So, um, welcome to my Gaslands show. And if you don't know who I am King Man. And if you do know who I am, welcome back. So I wanted to show off some of the stuff I did for January, including the Mystery Machine. This was a commission I got, and I don't normally do commissions, but this was a kind of an interesting proposition from a friend at game night, so I'm handing this off to him today. So we've got the whole gang. There's Fred, there's Daphne behind it, and it's really hard to show there. You kind of see the flare of Redhead back there, and Daphne's back there. Scooby's in the center, but again, it's kind of hard to see with the windshield. And you got Velma with a Kalishnikov, and you've got Shaggy there behind her, eating a sandwich, as he should be. But yeah, so minigun, harpoon, front ram. Could run it as a slime vehicle with the side rams, but that's optional. And got the roof rack. This is a M2 Chevy 4x4 van that was modified, of course. But yeah, I think this turned out really well. I am really happy with how this one turned out. I got these decals off of eBay, and there's a few more cars I'll show off here in a minute and talk about. And I think it's kind of interesting. And then we got this one. This one's going to be going to the store. This is a Chrysler 300C. Put the spoiler on it, spiked exhaust pipes, heavy machine gun ram. So it's a very simple, ubiquitous build. You can use it for just about any sponsor. And it's one of those Maisto that I switched out the wheels for, and I like this car. I think it's really cool. If you come up here, we can get this. You can see the snake and eagle design, and yeah, very simple build. And so you get some glare here, but this is come with me. Come with me if you want to live, kind of deal. So I mixed up that red to do for my Scarlett pirates, and I ended up making so much I had to use it on a lot of different builds this month. And this is another one that's coming to the store, on my Etsy store, which is King of Cats Crafts. This is a Chrysler Atlantic. I really fought myself whether or not to keep this one for myself, because it looks great. I love the design of this car. The rockets turned out really well. And this come off of a limo, and I liked it using it as a big hood ornament. And it's got dualies, which, again, I like dualies. I've always been a dually fan. And you can see here some nail art decal work, and then there's these. Let's see here. Maybe I can. Well, let's see here. Can I get this to show up better? Come on, focus. There it goes. All right, so you can see the American flag Punisher symbols. Those were freebies in the decals I ordered, because I ordered the Mystery Machine decals. And then I ordered these like wizard decals for like the side of another van that I plan on squirreling away for a rainy day. And I got those Punisher decals for free. And then they also included these Jesus Saves decals. So this here is a weaponized church van. So, I mean, if you ever lived in the South, you've seen these vans. And every church has them. And they might have them up north too, I don't know. But for me in the South, you know, every Southern Baptist church has at least one church van. And so this has got rockets and heavy machine guns, and I don't believe the guy that sold me the Mystery Machine decals, I think, ever expected me to use these to make this as a weaponized truck, but I couldn't help myself. I think this looks great, and so this one's already been sold, so I'm happy with that too. That made me really excited to sell them as soon as I showed them off to the same person that's commissioned me for the Mystery Machine. So that's good. And then there's this one was also been sold. This is a little it's a Poppin' Wheelie Hot Wheels car. It's based on the Reliant Regal, and I was like, the Car of the Month competition for June was tracked vehicles. So I had taken a bunch of different tracks and stuff, and I had laid them out, and I was playing around with them. And I was like, well, this isn't my entry, but I could fix a Reliant, because Reliants are notorious for rollovers because they're a three-wheel design. I was like, I could fix that. So I put the tracks on, and then I doubled them up so they're even thicker than normal. And then I used two sprues that had a little curved end to make the forks on the front wheel, extended it out. And then I've got the custom decal I made. So it's got a combat laser, satellite navigation. So this is a Michigan build. And then you got the engine and propeller. This comes off of the Hot Wheels Dogfighter. So, and then of course you got, you know, I used to use sprues again to build the chassis back up. And yeah, this looks great in my opinion, and it does. It fixes the Reliant. Fixes it perfectly. And we got the first of my new Scarlett team. This is the Galley, with a chef who's looking to find things to feed the pirates, road pirates. So it's Harley with the back end of a Fiat 126. 3D printed it, and it this print actually failed, and I had to scrap stuff together to fix it. And so the handlebars are reworked paper clips, and then I had to cut the roof off so I had room for the extra crew people. And then I was assembling it, and the back end split here, and resin started to pour out, and so I had to fix that. And then it kept wanting to split and break, so I ended up taking the spiky thing off of one of these let's see, I think they're table foot founder. I think they're calibration thingies. So you can see here, like, this side was supposed to print all the way, and it didn't. So this one's, I'm still trying to get my printer to calibrate. And I'm still having some issues. I got my 3D printer working somewhat, but it's still not quite printing exactly the right way it's supposed to. But anyway, so yeah, this split, and I had to end up cleaning it out and reconstructing it. But yeah, so it's a Scarlett pirate vehicle, running as a bike with sidecar with a flamethrower, shotgun, and steel nets. So, you know, basically he's the guy that goes out, finds the food, traps the food, shoots the food, burns the food, cooks it. And another one of my pirates is based on the little Dodge Little Red Express. Ram, machine gun, crew. Got a pirate flag here, but instead of a black flag, it's a green flag because, you know, racing. And then it's got side-mounted machine guns. And haven't really named it yet, but been thinking about something like Bloodfin or something, you know, something shark, because I got these shark decals. They're nail art decals, and I like using nail art decals because they're the same size they're the perfect size for Gaslands cars in general. So all you do is you put them down and then you Mod Podge them to take off some of the shine of the nail art. And now this one should be a little familiar to some people. If you ever watched JDC's drag racing series, the Pinks series, I had this casting in that competition, and I lost it. So I found this same casting again, and so I was like, you know what? I want to make the same casting and make the one I lost, and I changed it up a little bit. So this one's now got rockets instead of the side rams and the machine guns. But the crew is pretty much the similar. Still got the guy with the horn and the gun, and still got the spears. And so yeah, JDC, Pinks. I revived what I lost. But hey, it was worth it. And I hope they do the Pinks series again, because that was fun. I like making cars, even if I don't win. It's still fun. And I'd love to see it drag racing again. But now this is Lucille, and it's a pirate vehicle. You can see the shark with the little pirate hat. And this one's a harpoon, side machine guns, ram. And so this one here does most of the racing, and it's got the more firepower orientation. This one grabs people and pulls them in for the ram and boarding with the shotgun, and basically want to solve the problems up close and personal. But yeah, I like how this one turned out too. And this is really beautiful truck. This is a Dodge Sweepside from Matchbox. And two more pirates to show off. And the first one is this guy. And there was a temporary tattoo on the top here that was an anchor, but it was kind of a thin temporary tattoo, and I put it on dark background, and it just faded. So you can kind of see it's there. It's as hard to see in real life as it is on camera, and so it's not that big of a deal though. I'm running as a buggy with dual machine guns, so fender kiss, and as a perk, because if you do ram against somebody and have boarding party, then you can still fire all your machine guns. You can ignore the distracted from being into a ram. And fender kiss keeps you from getting hit back harder when you're a light vehicle. So it's basically a requirement for any light vehicle for Scarlett. And then there's this one. This one is probably one of my favorite Scarlett Ann builds. And so this is the Scarlett Queen. And it's Ferrari F50 minigun, heavy machine gun, fender kiss perk, boarding party. So again, this one comes up close, bumps another car, and instead of doing your typical smash attack, it would evade and then just unload the minigun and machine guns into somebody. And still, that works for vote generation because you're trying to destroy whatever you're touching. So anyway, so I like the gold skulls and everything, and that's old 40 Warhammer, not 40K, but Warhammer Old World Empire symbol. And I think that works great for this car. And you can tell again, this is the same red all throughout these vehicles. All of them are the same red. And again, that's because I made so much of it. I even had to. There's still some in here in this mixed jar I made. So I didn't make the jar, but I made, I poured it into the clean jar. And then we got this one. This has turned out to be another one of my favorite builds. I was going to put this on the store. I've decided to keep it. This is Piranaconda. It's got front ram. It's got side rams. It's got a rear ram, which I could also run as exploding ram. And it's got tank tracks, roll cage. And so it's based off of a Dodge Mirada stock car. So probably one of the oddest vehicles in Gaslands. And this is again the example of the temporary tattoo method, and this time it worked out beautiful. And it's that ghost piranha. This is supposed to glow in the dark, but it don't really do it too well. But anyway, I love how this turned out. And these are, of course, the spiky things off of jewelry sets, like rhinestones and stuff. And you can get those at Walmart. And put those in the wheel wells of vehicles, and you get a side ram. And I think you can get like a pack of them for like $3. So they're great for that. And so yeah, I really like how this turned out. And the front chainsaws are from Final Faction. So yeah, it's also very low to the ground. You compare it, it's as low as the Ferrari. And so yeah, I like how it turned out. It's sporty looking. It'd be hard to get into. You have to be pretty skinny to get into a vehicle like that, but it's the wasteland. So I like how that one turned out. And last but not least is my June car of the month, the Iron Elk. And it's still got the working tailgate and an RC car bomb with little decals. And it's got that. And we got in here a little beagle and his best friend with a submachine gun. Put the tailgate up, protect the beagle. Tailgate comes down to drop the RC car bombs. This is a Verney build. And again, June was, the theme was tracked vehicles. So these are 3D printed tracks. Then I modified the wheel wells with the Lee Perry designs that are normally for his wheels, and I just kind of finagled them on my slicer to fit these, and it turned out really well. And so I used this Bombay ink, which I normally make for my shading. When I do my panel lines, I use that, and I use the Higgins pen ink, about 50-50 mix. And so I used the brown ink by itself to do the mud effects, and added with this dirt spatter, and there's another paint over here called wet mud. Yeah, this effects paint. So that's how you got the mud effects in the tracks. And then what I did is I dry brushed pavement color where the mud and stuff would actually get rubbed off as it be racing. And I'm trying to get that because I know a lot of the judges in the Gaslands, they don't like the highlighted wheels. And then to fill some gaps, I put some static grass in the gaps and painted them in some mud. So it looks like it's, ran through a field or something, and it's got some gunk tied up into it, as it would. And you got springs. The rear springs are made out of just plain these. And and then the front springs is cut drinking straws. And so you have the driver, you have the passenger, and you have the front tank. This came off of a dollar store toy, and this came off of the American Chavez buggy, the Marvel movie buggy, and so it gives it a front headlight more for off-roading. And then we got the main weapon. The main weapon is an improvised sludge thrower. It's made with a hard plastic tube, a little 3D printed box, and then some Confederate soldier cannonballs, and the wiring off of an Eldar Viper. And the turret itself is a Halo Scorpion tank from Hot Wheels. And what it is, I was looking at these little canisters, and I was like, well, those kind of look like CO2 canisters. So I figured what it would be is these would be mines, and this would turn like a gumball machine. And so as it would turn, a chunk of mines would fall in, and then they would use a CO2 canister to go and throw them out like a grape shot of explosives. So they'd go out and hit a target or hit the ground and sit on the vehicle, run over it or whatever. And I like how that turned out. I hope the judges get the idea, and because I don't know if they read the descriptions when I post these when I post the pictures on the Facebook page. And but it's also got like a little tow bar here from a aircraft kit. And so yeah, I like this. It's a little Jeep Cherokee. And the hole here that I made to make the tractor piece is actually 4x4 wheels off of a Matchbox. I glued them together and then I sanded them down, and then I left the little gaps here to use as weathering where the metal has broken. So that's also there. And you can see like there at the back. These used to be tires. And then here's paper and then sprue to make a drive shaft. So that's basically what I've done. It's pirates and stuff for the store and the car of the month. And like I said, this is definitely one of my favorites. This is a good favorite, and I'm really happy with this one. So really happy with these three. These three really turned out well. I'm excited. This turned out amazing for commission work, and they've already told me that they like it, so I'm really happy with how this turned out. And yeah, the only thing is when I do actually get to play the game, this is probably going to blow one of my vehicles right off the table. I'm going to get killed by my own vehicles. That's for sure. Absolutely sure. But that's part of the fun. And so with that, if you like what I do, and you don't mind me stumbling over my own words all the time, like, share, subscribe, feel free to comment, and, if you want to support what I do, I have like I said before, I have an Etsy store where I put some of these cars up for sale. And it is King of Cats Crafts. And I do really appreciate the feedback I get for this channel. And so I don't know what the car of the month competition for July is going to be. I've already stripped a bunch of cars for fun, and so we'll see how things go. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of the 4th of July weekend, and take care and be safe, and goodbye.